Hey there, we're back today with some more historic action. So, with Ikoria out, I wanted to revisit what kind of things I could put into some of our existing decks to tweak them, see how what their power level's at. So, I'm playing a Skies deck here. I've had some success with it in Historic prior to Ikoria. Now that we have released with Ikoria, there's a couple really strong white cards that we can incorporate in that I think are going to really push this deck over the top. So let's go through the deck real quick. For Miscreants, solid 1/1 drop, and if I get a second one in my opening hand, just value drawing the card. Opt, great for sifting through, replaces itself, instant speed. Spectral Sailor, I like this. Multiple, like Flash is good. Multiple, I think it is unnecessary because I can use one to draw my cards. If I have this later in the game, I don't need multiple. Although the Flash makes it better than, let's say, the Faerie Miscreant. I think the Miscreant's value for being able to get a second replacement right away is more relevant. Spell Pierce is good, really. At 1 mana, you can sometimes keep that up, and if you using this to protect some of our creatures that we have. Chart the Course, you're attacking a lot with this deck. It's basically like blue aggro, so you're often drawing the 2 cards. Favorable Winds is our first of sort of like Crusade type effects to bump up our creatures. All of them fly. Now, this is one of the first new cards, the Skycat Sovereign. So, for 2 mana, a 1/1, 1/1 flying, not atrocious, but look at the abilities here. +1/+1 for each other creature with flying you control. We got a lot of flyers, so this guy's coming out often pretty big. And then late into the game, I'm making more flying tokens. And as well, this gives me the opportunity to play these catbirds because how freaking amazing is that little kitten with wings? Brazen Borrower, I might have to. 2 might not even be enough for this. This is just such a strong card. You've got 2-for-1 value with the bounce, and then being able to flash in a 3/1 flyer is pretty strong. The Warden, this helps make some of our other spells a little bit cheaper. I think there's a possibility that I could say he's worth cutting in exchange for more Brazen Borrowers, but for now, we're keeping this in to see how it goes. 2/2 flying for 3, not the end of the world. Empyrean Eagle makes my other creatures with flying bigger, so another Crusade type effect. Jubilant Skybonder comes down, just protects all your other creatures with flying, making it even harder to interact with. Sleep, underestimated card. It's basically a time lock against any decks with creatures. As well, gives you like if you're starting to get into an attrition based matchup, it gives you that 1 turn to swing in by locking them all down and playing it. You can often use it over 2 turns to tap them down the first turn. They don't untap, so you hit them a second time. So really strong, I find, when you've got later on the attrition-based game. With the lands, islands, most of it's blue, but the Glacial Fortress and the Hallowed Fountain to hit these white spots. All right, so let's see how we do. So in the historic event that we're playing, it's really either 7 wins or 3 losses, whatever comes first, and we're just going to see how far we can get through, ideally up to the 7 gold. The buyback would be if we get to, because it was 500 gold to go in, so if we get 4 wins with this deck, we've essentially bought back plus 3 cards. We are playing the historic event that's a best of 1, not the traditional. That would be a best of 3. So no sideboarding advice here. Not exactly sure what we're going to be playing against. In the past, it's been a pretty eclectic mix of things prior to Ikoria coming out, but Ikoria definitely has brought some unique cards like around the mutate. So we'll have to see how this goes. Okay, Triple Sleep is. I think I gotta ship this. Triple Sleep is not good. We don't have enough early interaction. This is gonna have to mulligan this. A little heavy on the lands, but we've got the opt, and we might have to use a Chart of the Course for less value. So let's keep this on 6. Easily, let's ship back. I'm going to ship back the Hallowed Fountain here. The reason I'm doing the Hallowed Fountain over an island is I'd rather have the tempo of the islands, and I've got a white source here. I'm not expecting to have to play multiple white sources a turn. So we'll play the island. Let's stop at the end step, because we will opt end of turn. Yeah. So my guess is we're playing against a Soul Sisters, Soul Warden type deck. Nice. Snap keep that one. That is a solid top deck right there. Okay. So against the Soul Sisters matchup, if that is what we're playing against here, the Healer Hawk is in the air, but usually they're going to have a lot more ground creatures. It's going to be a bit of a race. They get the life gain out of it. We don't, which is the, that'll be a bit of a challenge. But I think we should be able to outscale them, hopefully, and we can hopefully brick wall them if need be as well. Those 3 sleeps would be a little too much, but sleep will potentially be very good in this matchup. Yeah, pretty sure it's going to be a Soul Sisters type deck. This one, this is basically like a Soul Sister on 2. No blocks. I'm going to get way more value out of my Skycat Sovereign here than trading. So I think I want to play the second Skycat Sovereign to get both of them out. I won't Chart the Course, which is, Charting the Course would be really good here, but I think I would rather get some more damage through, and I can save the Chart the Course for later to see what comes up. This allows me to leave up Spell Pierce as well. So we are going to have to deal a lot of damage to them because they're going to be gaining life anytime a creature comes in. Yeah, this is definitely against the Soul Sisters deck. Okay, so right now we are hoping for some sort of we want that bounce fairy, because that Pride Mate is going to make this game very challenging. Good. Okay, so I'm gonna play the Spectral Sailor. I can probably last another turn getting hit by this. I'm going to play the Spectral Sailor to get these guys bigger, to get some damage in. Then we'll play the Chart the Course. Actually, yeah, I want to maximize my damage, so we'll play this. Oh yeah, the Soul Warden's got the old templating where both creatures give it the life. That is hard to deal with. Thing is, though, once we get to 4 mana as well, this doesn't have trample, so I can start to just make cute little kittens to dive in front of this angry cat. I feel sad for the kittens, but those are the sacrifices that we sometimes have to make. I don't need to play this now. It's not going to give me a ton of value because it doesn't get plus. It increases these, but I can do that next turn. I'd rather keep up the Spell Pierce to protect against any board wipe or something like that. So we'll just end the turn now. Yeah, that's strong. It's gonna be quite a race. Yeah. So the Heliod's gonna let him make his Healer's Hawk pretty big, which is what he's gonna need to do. This is gonna be this will kind of be a tough matchup, I think. Yikes. Yikes. That's about all I can say about that. Okay, so Favorable Winds is very strong, making all of our creatures a bit bigger. Thing is, the Healer's Hawk, he did not attack with it. He's holding that back to block. I can make Sovereigns with this for 4. So I think what we'll do is we'll play the Fairy here to make these a little bigger, holding up 4 mana. Actually, yeah, I want to do this because that way, this is going to, I think, maximize how I use my mana. It makes these bigger. We are going to, I think this is definitely going to be a sleep game. So what we're going to be doing is using the 4 mana to make a cat to throw in front of this cat if need be. This is a very good deck. I think this is probably GG right here. Okay, so let's see, yeah. Oh, that's disgusting. That's that. Wow, this deck is disgusting. Okay, so that's going to put him over. He's going to fly in for 6 there. I don't know if I really want to play against this anymore. I'll let him have his fun. Just resolve. Just go away. Okay. So let's make a blocker. You know, why not? Of course. That just killed me. So block. 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 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, and the Heliod's coming through, so we gotta get in front of Heliod. Okay. I mean, might as well try and kill the Soul Lord because that turns them off a little bit. So we survive with not a lot left. What are the odds that we're playing to here? I mean, Sleep buys us 2 turns. They're at 51. That's not it. That is definitely not our out. Yep. Going next. Wow. That is a... that guy curved out very well, and that got out of hand very quickly. Okay, let's try it again. Yeah, I really don't. That was not a very good matchup, I don't think. Alright. I like this hand. We got turn 1 play, we got turn 2 play, we've got into the Favorable Winds. I think this is pretty much a snap keep right here. So I don't need to play the Spectral Sailor right away, so I won't. We'll put a stop on his end step. And we'll play end of turn. I mean, it just means that if he had some sort of interaction, okay. He's not doing anything, so we'll play this. Let's end his turn. Okay, so options here. playing the favorable winds now or the Sovereign. I think what we'll do is we'll play this, take the 2 life. That was a little unnecessary. Oh, he can't do anything anyway, so I'm a little sloppy that I'm playing this before I attack, but it doesn't really matter because he's tapped out. Yeah, so what this allows me to do next turn is play the favorable winds and the Miscreant, which will make the Sky Sovereign quite big. That's unfortunate. Right play by him for sure. I was going to get out of hand if he didn't do something. Okay, so if he's burning my creatures, that is unfortunate, but we can work with that. I am not going to play the Hallowed Fountain this turn. I'd rather play the island. I don't need the white mana. I'm not going to take any more damage than I need to. So we'll start with the favorable winds. And the Miscreant. This still stays in shock range. But if he's burning his spells here, it's just going to come down to, can I outdraw him? We do have some draw in the form of the Spectral Sailors as well as through Char the Course. So I think we might be able to outrace him, but we'll have to see. Interesting. I'm curious how this will fit in. Okay. Good tempo play. We'll play the Faerie. Going to probably should have opted first, just to see what comes up. No, it's not what we need right here. And yeah, we drew it anyway. Let's play it. It can come in tapped. I don't need to take the extra damage, and then we'll opt end of his turn. So the main phase opt was in case we drew something that I could play, but I don't need to play the second opt in the main phase because that'll tap me out, and so there's no need. I'd rather have more information on the board. Yep, I can't block it. Creatures control power 1 or toughness 1 or less can't be blocked, so we'll take that. And then opt at the end of his turn. Okay. I mean, I'm alright. Like, he's probably looking saying he doesn't have a lot of opportunity to play the negate, so I'm fine with him doing that there. So we'll swing in for the 2. Not much else we can do with it. I'm going to make him think I have something up. I don't have a lot on the high end that I need at the 6 mana slot, so we'll just keep these 2 lands in to make it seem like we've got more. So if someone's hanging on to 1 card with nothing else, it's probably just a land. Wow, okay, so we're running bad with lands. But if we're trading, I'll trade with him. He's going to need to burn the burn spell on this anyway at some point. Okay. I'm wondering if this is some type of a Cavalcade of Calamity type deck. Okay, so we're going to attack, Char the Course. It won't seem weird that I'm attacking. I've attacked him anyway. Hope he doesn't counter the Char the Course, but it would be the right play for him to do that. Nice. Solid draw. Very solid draw. So I'm going to play my island now. For white, blue, play the Sky Sovereign. Coming in as a 3/3, which is going to make it out of shock range. And able to block either. I think the question will be, do I want to. Well, I don't think I can block, right? So creatures you control with power 1 or toughness 1 or less can't be blocked. So I can't block either of these. That's fine. I'm okay with that. At this point, we still outrace. So had I played both, had I been in a position where both these lands were out, maybe that would have been better. But I think that would have given away too much information. Spell Pierce, turn too late. Classic. Unfortunate. Would have been strong there. Well, you would have been able to pay the 2, so I guess it doesn't really matter. I'm very curious what his deck will ultimately do, because right now, it's not done a lot. Like, being able to have your 1/1s not be blocked is not that strong. Okay, yeah. I mean, there's no point in countering that. I have enough mana to play it, and probably whatever else I draw, so we'll just let that happen. Little bit of a race right now, a slow race, but a race nonetheless. Okay. So, to win this race, I mean, he might be sitting on some burn spell, I'm not exactly sure. It would be good if we didn't keep drawing lands. That has kind of hurt us a fair bit. 24 lands, I guess, is a little on the heavy side because our curve's pretty low. Might have been able to get away with 22, especially with the opts, and I think that'd be feedback for the deck. Okay, like, let's get in there. And the Chart of the Course is just giving us that more card draw that we need. Ooh, Sleep is strong. Sleep is very strong here. I'm going to... I think I will actually play that... I'm debating between... Okay, let's start with this anyway, because I'll get the card draw for this. Because right now... Oh. Okay, we've run in hot. Okay, so we're going to play the Sleep here. No, we're not. We're not going to play the Sleep. The reason I'm not is I still need 2 turns to kill him. I need 2 turns to kill him, so I'll wait to see if he plays something next turn. I don't think he can kill me unless we get something real funky coming out. Depending on what that is, I do still have Spell Pierce open, but I think this will be better suited on next turn when I can get the 2-turn clock with the Sleep to shut him down. No point in Spell Piercing that. He's going to pay. Still gives me a 2-turn clock to kill him. So I think we're okay that with the Sleep. He's got 2 turns there. That's very strong here. So can I play both? I need 7. I've got 1, 2, 3, plus 6. I've got 9. So I think we're okay. I don't really want to play the Hallowed Fountain. Maybe I'll play it tapped, but let's start with... Let's start with attacking and see what information we get out of that, if he's flashing something in or whatnot. I guess I should have played this potentially before attackers. So now we're going to play Sleep. It's going to shut him down for a turn. We are going to play the Jubilant. This is going to make it harder for him to interact and makes our Spell Pierce more valuable, which we can keep up. And might as well play this, entering tapped, of course. So he's probably thinking I'm sitting on the land now. I don't know what he was holding on to. He may have been hoping to get through and holding a burn spell. There we go. Alright. Nice. Nice. Run it back. Okay. So, slow start, but very, very strong. I think I may keep this because this card is just so strong, especially with the favorable winds. I think this will help us get where we need to be. But this is definitely a bit of a risky keep, and I could get hurt here because it's a little land heavy without early interaction. So we'll keep this, and we'll just see how it goes. Okay. Okay. Keep paid off. That'll be a strong card. We'll play the Hallowed Fountain first. I don't have a turn 1 play, so I can get this out now. Let it enter tapped. That's fine. This could very well be a mirror match. Let's see what he... Okay. So I'm going to play... I'm going to start with the Sovereign here. Let's see if that draws out a counterspell. It might. And if it does, yeah. Solid counterspell. Yeah. So we're playing against the mirror match here. I want to be able to bounce this with the bounce fairy. That'd be really strong here. This is going to make interaction a little bit more challenging for him with our creatures, so he might want to counter this. If you're wondering why I'm not playing stuff like Essence Capture, I wanted to go more on the aggro side than on the defensive side. Like, I feel the deck is better suited to try and go big with creatures as opposed to have a more controlling element. So I might be wrong, and the way this is playing out, it looks like I might very well be wrong. But we shall see. Okay, so now I can play my Skybonder with my Spell Pierce backup. And see, like, although it's only one creature, with these two cards being able to get dropped next turn, it's going to put me much farther ahead. Now he is getting, yeah, he needs to attack with the Spectral Sailor. I don't want to trade into that right now. And I think that's, I'm always on the fence about the Curious Obsession. It's very good to draw the cards. Probably should have played it in this format. It might be a mistake not to, because it does give you, he's drawn a ton of cards off of that. That's a very strong card. Okay, we're sitting on 2 Spell Pierce here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lands. He's got 1 mana up. I'm going to lead with the favorable winds, because this, if he has, I'm playing around the Spell Pierce of his own, and he can't Spell Pierce my Eagle. So we will attack in with the Skybonder. He's got nothing really to block it with. We are in a bit of a racing situation. Yep. Brazen Borrower. Very, very strong card. Okay. This might be our second loss, unfortunately, but it happens. So double Spell Pierce up for whatever he decides to do. I think we will hold off on attacking this turn. I mean, if he plays 2 blue spells, we can block anyway. Can I spell pierce this? I think I can, and I think I will. Okay. So it's basically giving them the opportunity to untap and hit me through. So I think that's our second loss right here. That looks very good. Okay. A little rocky. Our second loss there. Just let me edit the deck. No, it does not. Well, on the plus side, we're playing against other 1-2 decks, which means they've also lost twice, so that's good. I'll keep this. We got early turn 1 plays, and this will be strong on turn 3. I've got the white mana to play it. I think this is a good keep. So we're going to play the Faerie here. The reason I'm playing the Faerie over the Spectral Sailor, actually I should have played the Spectral Sailor because I could have, no, never mind. My play was just wrong here. Play the island, and we'll go into the attack step. I am holding up the Spectral Sailor and the Opt to play both of those at the end of his turn. I like his lands. Ooh. 7 dwarves. It's +1/+1 for each other creature named 7 dwarves you control. A deck can have up to 7. Nice. I like the thematics of the 7 dwarves there. Okay, on the attackers. My turn. Start with the Spectral Sailor. And then we will opt. Yep, definitely want that. So I can either play the Miscreant and char the course, or I can play the Eagle. I like the Faerie and char the course to get the card advantage now, and then next turn when I play the Eagle, get in for a little bit more. Pay the 2 life so I can do both. So he's tapped out. I guess we can. I don't need to attack. Playing it before I attack doesn't really matter here. My concern would be if it gets killed during the attack step, but I don't think he has anything that can do that. Okay, play the second Faerie here. I want the card draw off of it. So now do I want to play Cat Sovereign or char the course? I'd rather play the Cat Sovereign right now. It's going to be very big and going to give us a good racing position. Okay, so this is going to be a big turn here. We'll play the Eagle, and that's a lot of damage. It's a fun deck, I'll give him that. No blocks, yeah. Alright, so Skies beat Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs. I don't know whether that was supposed to be Snow White, or if he's playing for thematics, but I liked it. Alright, so we're 2-2, playing for our lives here. Thoughts so far. I think that what we saw in that game 3 against the mirror match, potentially a better constructed deck. I like some of the more controlling elements. I didn't like the counter spells, but I like the creature interaction, where playing the blue spells causes things to tap. I think it's a good way to get extra damage through. I did like that. Okay, we got a turn 1. We got an opt, favorable wins. No follow-up, but between the opt, to help us look a little bit, I like this as a keep. I wonder if he's playing Thopters with a name like Thopter Engineer. So we'll get the Faerie down. I'm okay to play a favorable wins next turn if I don't draw anything else that changes my mind, as opposed to holding at the opt, just so that we can curve out better. Why we'll play the Skycat Sovereign. Let's attack first. He does not have the city's blessing. Okay. Glacial Fortress, follow up the Cat Sovereign. The next turn, unless we draw something that changes our minds, favorable wins with the opt at the end of his turn. No blocks. My cat is worth way more than his Sky March Aspirant. Okay. Alright, does the Spectral Sailor change my mind? Not materially. We're going to play the favorable wins here, for sure. Then, at the end of his turn, I can Spectral Sailor that out. I don't need to play it now, because there's no need. So, I can decide if I want to opt or not. Swinging for the 5 there. I think right now, I'm not really sure what we're playing against. It might just be kind of like a white weenie deck. If that's the case, it's just a race. So, we want to get as much damage in and win that race. Okay. So his blessing is, I believe, 10. Yeah, he's at 6. 6 permanents currently. Nice. Nice. Solid card. That resolve. Okay. No attackers, that's good. We'll get the Spectral Sailor out. I want to race, so more damage is better. So we're coming in for 8 next turn. Sleep will be very good here. Okay. Sleep will be very good. If I opt, I won't have the mana to play the sleep. So we're going to hold up Spell Pierce, and we'll opt at the end of the turn to get the land to follow up the sleep. He might get the City's Blessing this turn. I wouldn't be surprised. He's at 7, 7, 8, 9. Depending on what he draws, if he can put everything on a board out, he will get up to the 10. But he's at 6, so we're going to force him to do something here, which should allow me to get the Spell Pierce out. And then even if he finds a way to block, I've got the sleep, assuming I hit a land, to interact with that. What are you doing? You're thinking, can you play them all and get a flyer? And will that be enough? It will allow you to block this, and you've got 4 mana coming through. Playing out his lines here. You can pay 4 life twice and make this indestructible, and then just leave on your own terms. I'd suggest that line. Pay 4 mana life twice. Okay, okay. I'm going to kill him with the sleep anyway, but I don't want him getting more creatures than he needs and getting closer to where he needs to go, so I'll just get rid of that now. Let's stop his turn. I was not anticipating that. we're going to opt in response because he's probably going to take away the favorable winds there. And we're going to see if we can draw spell pierce off of that. No. Okay. May have got a bit baited off of that. He should go for the favorable winds if he knows what's good for him. That's not, I wouldn't have gone for that, but that's just me. Pay the 2 life. So I could bounce that, get my creature back. I would rather lock him down for 2 turns, so we're going to cast Sleep on him. Because then I should be able to... Yeah, there we go. Okay. Good outplay. I was not expecting him to convoke something out. So that was a good outplay on his part. I'll give him credit for that. He tanked on that one hard. Okay. So we've won more than we lost. That's a good start. But we keep playing for our life. I don't think I liked his deck. Not really sure what it was trying to do. I mean, if you're going to go down the white path, I'd go like what we saw in the first game, the Soul Sisters type thing. I think it's a much stronger deck. Like, it's very versatile because it outraces most decks. I think I gotta ship this. I just don't see early interaction, and although these are good turn 3, I think we can do better. Yeah, this is better. I think we are going to ship the Chart of Course. The reason I'm shipping my draw spell here, even though we're down to 6, is I'm not likely to attack until probably a little later on, and by then we might have drawn something else. I want the early interaction. Okay. Okay. Fortress here. Favorable wins. Get that out early. I mean, if he has interaction, great, but this is just going to allow me to get the value off of it. I don't need to hold up the Brazen Borrower, I don't think. Get our own Eagle down. So, with favorable wins, that's strong. And now what I think we're going to do is we'll look to probably start making some tempo plays with the Brazen Borrower, just so that we're fully maximizing on our mana over the next couple turns. So we'll see what he plays, but there'll probably be a bit of a bounce and other interactions there. I would love to be able to bounce one of these, but non-lane permanent, sadly. Okay. Oh, strong draw. So we're gonna play. Let's attack first. I don't know what he would do, but we'll attack first. Oops, that was a misplay. Definitely should have, because it just would have pumped it up. If I lose by 1 damage, that's on me. And my misplay there. Definitely. So playing it first just would have let me make this a little bit bigger, so every damage counts in a racing situation like this. Is he gaining life yet, though? I don't think so. Just lots and lots of mana. Lots of mana. Wow. Okay. Exile target permanent an opponent controls with a converted mana cost 3 or greater. No, I don't think I wanted to do this. Um, we have enough to play this and flash it back at the end of our next turn, and I think we'll do that. Depending on what he plays. Because that should give us enough power, depending on what he plays, to win next turn. Depending on what comes out. But he needs to do something right now, because we're about to win. Okay. So this has to enter, and then I get to choose. So I should be able to just bounce this with my... Yeah, I think we're okay with this. Because at the end of his turn, I can just bounce it. Yep. Should we get a stop in there? So, no blue mana. This has blue. I hope he doesn't have counterspell up. Why does this have blue? Exile target creature or enchantment you don't control until target enchantment you control leaves the battlefield. Okay, I think I can let this resolve because I still think I can bounce this to work. Exile target creature or enchantment you don't control until target enchantment you control leaves the battlefield. Yep, okay. So we'll let that resolve. Okay. 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 Yeah. Alright. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Get that thing out of here. Play this. My turn. Nice. Nice. Get outplayed. Okay, so we bought back our entry. Interesting. We got up to the 4 wins. We needed to buy our entry back. Sweet. Let's keep going and see how far we get here. I like this. I can try the course on turn 2 to get the extra cards. 2 sleeps might be a little heavy, but it will be very, very good for giving us some time walks down the game. So we'll keep this 7. Play the land. And my turn, because I can flash that in at the end of his turn. Okay. Hopefully this is not another Soul Sisters, although that would be really funny if we bookended this match by winning and by losing to Soul Sisters 2 times in a row. My turn. Okay, might as well play the island here. We're playing the Chart the Course anyway, so I don't need to play this, take the damage until I know I need to do that. Okay. Let's try the course here. So next turn I think we're playing the Empyrean Eagle. Okay. Yeah, I want to play the Empyrean Eagle. So we'll play this, pay the 2 life. This is going to allow us to get a little bit more damage through with our Spectral Sailor. The reason I'm playing this over the Faerie is it just allows me to curve out and maximize my mana better. This might be a, well, we haven't seen enough to fully tell, but if this is a go wide night deck, yeah, this might be a very good matchup for sleep. Okay, we're probably looking to play this early to get as much damage in because we'll start playing Asleep soon. So let's attack first. Nothing can fly on his side yet. Yep, we'll play the Faerie here. So I'm going to look to play the Brazen Borrower, I think, a little more aggressively than normal. Because we're going to bank on the sleep as our interaction for winning, I think. It just gives me that extra little bit of damage to get through. Because we'll add next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 damage. Yep, we'll let that resolve. Let that resolve. I'm debating playing him in his combat, but it's fine if he gives him indestructible. That won't change the situation here. I think we'll probably look to play. We'll bounce a Benelish Marshal to take some damage down a little bit because he's coming in for a lot of damage right now with the attacks. Yikes. Okay. So he comes in for 9. Actually, I think I might, because as I said, I want to get the damage through with this, so I might actually play this as the creature on 3. I can take the... Just attacking with the 1 thing? Interesting. That works. I'll take 3. I wonder why he would leave these back. I want the damage, so let's go with not quite the same value here, but I think that just being able to get 2 turns of sleep will just be too strong against this deck, especially if he's playing with Convoke. It shuts off a lot of his ability to Convoke as well. Oh, nice. Definitely want the Spell Pierce back up, so I'm willing to pay the 2 life here to keep Spell Pierce back up. Playing Sleep. Boom. Okay. We after a slow start, we are hitting our stride. We are on a roll. Nice. All right. Let's go. 2 more wins to go. Or do I have 4 wins now? Maybe I've lost track. Maybe we just paid back. Yeah, so I guess the Convoke deck is a deck. Probably more like a white weenie type thing. As I said before, I think Soul Sisters achieves a similar result for the white weenie at a similar price point, but I think is the life gain you get from it. It gives you the ability to get the game into the late game better, as opposed to just a pure race. Yeah, no, this is definitely a mulligan. There's nothing that we're doing at all in this deck. Those charter courses are effectively useless. Not the best hand, but I think we can keep this on 6. What are we shipping here? I think we're shipping a land. I got faith that we'll draw one over the next couple turns with the opt and the charter course if need be. Okay. Yeah, see? Easy. Drawing our lands. We're going to opt at the end of this turn. looking for one of our, see if we can get the Skycat. That would probably be our best draw. Okay, this might be a similar matchup. If it is, I definitely want to get to sleep and keep that. Yep. Okay. So let's opt. Ooh. Ugh. I think we'll keep that, actually. The reason I'm keeping it is I think that I'm going to want to get there, and having it is just going to be pretty strong. Charlie Course won't be for value here, but I need to do something, so we'll draw 2. If I discard, like, yeah, I don't need more land than that, so let's discard an island here. Okay. So let's play the Glacial Fortress here. Now, on turn 3, do I want to play the Warden or the Jubilant Sky thing? I think I want to play the Warden because that lets me get this out for 2 next turn, which allows me to leave up Spell Pierce and get better value down the road. Okay, so interesting. I don't know what he's doing, so I don't know if I want to block this. I feel like him attacking to that is dumb, so we're just going to say no blocks. I don't want to get baited into something here if I can outrace him. Okay, I don't think we need to sleep next turn, so let's play the Jubilant Skybonder here. So now I'm okay to, I'm a little more comfortable to block because he's going to need to pay to interact. I've got my Spell Pierce to counter anything that gets too funky, and then I've got my 2 turns of sleep. We really need some damage though, so we want to wait as long as I can to play that sleep. Next turn, all of his knights. He's got 2. Yeah, so next turn when he goes up to 3, I definitely want to play it because everything's going to get pretty big there. Yep. Okay. We are going to take the 2 damage because I want to be able to play this at the end of their turn. So let's go ahead, play sleep. Lock everything of theirs down. Okay. Get in for some damage here. And we've effectively now shut down this. So this goes off. He gets no value out of it. Sucks to be him. Nice. Have your big tap knights. Not sure if we're going to have enough to keep the race going. We might get lucky, and we might draw our 3rd sleep or something else that makes these a little bigger. We'll have to see. But we gotta play to our outs right now, and like he's got enough to smash our face in pretty good, so we need to play the sleep. Yeah, you can't use this because it needs to tap it. So it bought us another turn to to get in here. Oh boy. Favorable winds would be very strong here as well. It would be enough to kill him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not quite enough to kill him. Yeah, we're going to spell curse that. Okay. What do we got? Roll the dice. Not exactly what we needed. I don't think there's anything I'm going to draw pre-combat that's going to make a difference here. Spell Pierce. I don't. I think he just comes in and smashes their face. Yeah. Alright. I mean, I'm sure that tilted him, which is a win in of itself. So that ends the event. We got out. We put in 500. We got out 600, and we opened a planeswalker and 2 solid uncommons. Okay. So, would I change much about the deck? Maybe. Probably a little heavy on the lands. I felt like we definitely flooded out more than I wanted to. Empyrean Eagle was very good. Maybe could have gone a little higher with that. As we saw against the Sky's Mirror match, the Curiosity was very good, and the blue wizard that tapped things when you play the blue spell was very good. Brazen Borrower is such a strong card. I think honestly this could be a 4 of, although it is a mythic, so it can be a little hard to obtain. I don't think the Warden did enough, because our top end now is at 3 mana. I don't think that does enough. Sleep, I think you saw how strong sleep can be. I would definitely say it's good to have a few, whether you want 2, whether you want 3, up to you. But I think you saw it was pretty powerful there. Yeah, at the very minimum, they're fun games, not too challenging of a deck to acquire. So definitely something to consider in the future, and look for more content like this. Please leave a like, leave a subscribe. If there's other decks you want me to play in other formats, let me know, and I will look to do that. Thanks.